Many times people think of the god Thoth as a human-bodied, ibis-headed figure who is the god of wisdom and philosophy. But did you also know that he was a god of creation? Hi, I'm Aset here at the Goddess Inside, and today I'm going to share with you a story of creation that centers around the god Thoth. So many times, as I said, we think of him in a particular way that perhaps isn't associated with new beginnings. We also see him on the papyrus scrolls as the god who is there to keep track of everything when the heart is being weighed against Ma'at's feather of truth. And he's thought of as a funerary god in that aspect. But he's also very much a part of creation stories of ancient Egypt. And the way that Thoth creates is very unique in that he stirs up the pot of water within his great cauldron, and from out of the water he pulls 4 pairs of male and female beings that then create the world from themselves. So the beings that Thoth pulls out, this grouping of them of 8, is known as the Ogdoad. The beings within the Ogdoad encompass elements of darkness and light and moisture and things that are unknown and mysterious. They would be the gods He and Hehet, the gods Nun and Nanet, Ket and Keket, and Amun and Amunet. Out of these beings and these pairs of beings, the female element took the form of a serpent, and the male element took the form as a snake. Also out of these elements that were created and pulled from Thoth's cauldron, Amun and Amunet rose to great power as gods and a goddess in and of themselves. So they had many areas of worship. We see Amun, he has become the ram-headed god we see at Karnak. And his first consort was Amunet. And later in Luxor or ancient Thebes, we see that his consort becomes the goddess Mut. And she takes the form of a vulture oftentimes. And sometimes we see her also in the form like Sekhmet as a lion-headed goddess. Thoth is a god who creates by the power of words as well, in the same way as as Ptah we talked about in our previous video. So Thoth has the power of words in that he writes everything down, and he is the scribe to the gods. And this position was very important because if you knew there were particular scribes within the temples that had to make sure that the rituals and the things that were being said and done all in the right order and all in the proper sequence and all being pronounced properly, and that everything was done according to the plan. Now, a ritual was something that was supposed to create something different or manifest something different. To create, it's like having the magic words for something or the magic spell for something. This is the Heka of things. And so Thoth was the scribe to the gods. He knew all of the magic words. He knew all of the things to say in order to then create something through this ritual. When we look also sometimes within the temples, we'll see the murals depicting the pharaoh establishing the foundations and building the temple. And Thoth is there as well with his little pad of paper and his scribe pen, and he's writing down everything, and he is helping to manifest and bring into being this temple that the king is building. So Thoth is very much a god of creation. His religious center is in Middle Egypt in a place called Hermopolis, and there are remnants of his temple that are still there. And excitedly, there is a catacomb in Hermopolis as well to Thoth. And within the catacombs, you'll find hundreds and tens of thousands of mummified ibis birds and baboons. as you walk through, there are cubby holes filled with these mummified remains of offerings to the god Thoth. So, if you would like to visit some of these areas, then please join me in November as I embark on the Nile 11 nights, very unique tour. And we'll be visiting the catacomb of Thoth and his temple. We'll be exploring these elements within ourselves of light and darkness, and the things that are unknown, and our air, our breath that gives us life. So please check out the website to get all the details and to join me and Normandy Ellis on this very special and unique tour. And in the meantime, I hope that this helped you to better understand the god Thoth and his part in creating the world. So until next time, may you enjoy everything about today.